All right, yeah, what up, YouTube? Yeah, what up, YouTube? It's just something I over here. Shout out to Video Advice. Today we're gonna be talking about a little bit of entrepreneurship. So shout out to Video Advice for for putting up this video. So we're gonna react to it and talk about it, and that's it. Let's get into it. The title of the video: You Will Never Be Poor Again. Start doing this today. So let's get those gears working our brain. Entrepreneurship is about thinking, being creative, and taking risks. So it's good to watch those videos on a regular basis to keep your mind, keep the gears rolling. Because that's what entrepreneurship is all about: thinking and creating, and solving problem and all that good stuff. Let's get into it.
Just in the past 30 days, and what I do can be done from anywhere.
We don't want what we know out there. You'll never get this on CNBC. But our school system will never tell us that, because they're part of the process. Fake money, fake teachers, fake assets. I know the game of the rich.
Pay close attention. Shout out to Robert Kiyosaki for teaching us about fake money, fake teachers, fake assets. Let's get into it. Pay attention.
My rich dad taught me, you know it because you're the banker. The bankers and the rich play is different than what they teach you in school. All over the world, what does school teach you about money? And the answer is nothing. And that's not a mistake. That's not an accident. I knew that. Most people know that. The way to keep the poor and middle class working hard is never teach them what the rich know. So if you read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which came out in 1997, it's what the rich teach their kids.
Good book, great book, by the way.
It's about money. The poor and middle class do not. Poverty hurts. I mean, I don't like it. And I don't like that our academic system's so corrupt. We know the banking system's corrupt. We know politics is corrupt. But academics is just as corrupt.
I mean, one thing if it's the banking and the politics, but this is where we send our children and we trust them to do the right things for them. And yet they're being not taught something so fundamental. Like you asked your dad when you were a kid, Dad, you asked your teacher, when are you going to teach us about money? And it was just,
No.
never.
And they'll never will. You know something. What do you know? Share it. What is financial education? It's not get a job, work hard, save money, and invest in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. The financial industry is two things: debt and taxes. In 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, and the U.S. dollar became debt. And we still tell kids to go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, and get out of debt. Now, who tells them to do that? That's the most ridiculous thing there is.
The book starts and it says, lie number 1, saving money will make you rich.
Yeah, you never will. You know that.
All taught that as kids.
Why would you save it and why would you work for it if they can print it and faster than you can work for it? Why do you keep saving when they're printing it? Rich.
Wow, that's interesting. Why you keep saving if they keep printing? That's interesting. Because really, when you save money, it have no value. It loses value. Because for example, if you buy if you got $10 today, you save it, and today it can buy a gallon of milk. Let's say you can buy a gallon of milk for $10 today, but you didn't buy it. You saved the $10. Tomorrow the milk goes $10.25. So that $10 you save then really depreciate. Saving money really depreciate. It's always good to put the money into motion. Use it while they have values today. Invest it. Use it the right way though, not just waste it. Well, let's keep going.
Don't work for money. Don't you touch that stuff.
It's very subtle, right?
Yeah.
They don't say, I'm going to train you rest of your life, but they educate you in a way where that's what you come out.
Right.
What else was he trying to do those first few months were you working for him? What was he trying to get across to you? Because he taught you the hard way about money.
It just says if you're going to be successful in your life, you've got to find the best teachers. And a great teacher is somebody who comes from the inside, not the outside. But in school, you don't know if your instructor is for real or not.
Yeah, that's true. Teachers, it's better to find somebody who teach you that's already doing it. Meaning, if you want to learn how to be a mechanic, it's better to learn from someone who's actually working on cars every day, who knows problem, who solve problem, someone who's in the field, instead of learning somebody who's just reading a book, telling you how to change the brakes or how to do this, but they never change the brakes themselves. So that's why he called them fake teachers. So you're learning in the school system, you're learning from people who's not actually doing the thing that they're teaching. Let's go.
That's where the fake teacher comes from. I said, I want you to teach me about money. So why should I teach you? He says, but if I teach you, you work for me for free. And I said, why for free? My poor dad was nuts. He says, if I pay you, you think like an employee. Your brain will change. If you learn never to work for money, you'll be a rich man.
Yeah, I know that's kind of hard to work for free and not get paid, but that's a good way of teaching someone not to work for money. Because he was saying that his rich dad told him to work for free, so he can learn. So he was making him working for free, so he can learn that. So he can learn working. Let me see. How can I put it? He's making him work for him for free, so he can teach him so he can learn how to work, not for money. I don't know perfect. You know what I'm saying? Basically, if he's working for free, he will know the feeling of not working for money. So meaning when he get in the when he get out there and working a business, he won't look at the money like an employee mindset. Like, if I work an hour, I gotta get paid for the hour. Because rich people think different. I mean, entrepreneur think different. You do the work now, you get paid later. But employee thinks, as I'm working, I gotta get paid $8 an hour. Every hour I gotta make $8. See, entrepreneur, they might work 20 hours. So it would be $8 times 8 for an employee. But entrepreneur, he's gonna make triple that. But he didn't see, as he was working, he didn't count the hours. He didn't think of the hourly rate. So he's a rich dad was making him work for free, so he couldn't get in the habit of working, not working for money. If you get my drift. So that was a way of teaching him. But I know you gotta have a lot of time in your head to do that. So basically, work now. Don't pay attention to the money. Just focus on solving the solution, and you get paid later. As you solve the solution, don't look at the hourly employee mindset. So basically, he's trying to change his mindset. Let's get into it. But he's trying to change his mindset of how to work, not for money, but for solution, and the money come after. Basically, if you do what you're supposed to do, you're solving problems, the money gonna come. So don't pay attention to the money on an hourly basis, like an employee. So he basically was teaching him not to think like an employee. All right, let's go.
And this is powerful. Once you give someone a paycheck, their brain turns off.
Right.
Because it's...
And then the promise of a pension.
Right.
And job security.
Which is kind of a paycheck in disguise.
Correct.
After you stop working. Give the man a fish, eats for the day, teach him to fish, eats for a lifetime. And most poor people confuse assets for liabilities. They think their home is an asset, it's actually a liability.
Right. An asset is a noun, like a house. Cash flow is a verb. So to understand if it's an asset or liability, it takes a noun plus verb. So if the cash is flowing out of your pocket, it's a liability. If the cash is flowing into your pocket, asset, verb, it's an asset. So I own 7,000 rental properties. Those are assets. Every month the cash flows in. Whereas many people have the big house on the hill and the cash is flowing out,
Right.
and they're going broke.
Yeah, he has 7,000 rental property. 7,000. Wow. But he compares it to someone who let's say has a mortgage. Someone who has a mortgage on the end of here with a big house. But it's a liability because they gotta cover the maintenance, they gotta cut the grass, they gotta pay the electricity bill, utility bill. They gotta maintain and clean the house. They gotta do a lot of maintenance. The roof, it's gonna cost them money. So that's why our house is a liability. But he has 7,000 rental property. Yes, they do cost to maintain them, but those properties are bringing him income. That's why it's an asset. So anytime something is bringing you money, it's an asset. A house could be an asset if it's bringing you money, but once you live in it, you're just fixing stuff. It's not bringing you any money. It's a liability because you're just spending. You're not getting anything back from the house. So that's basically what he's saying right there.
Right, it's like a frame of mind. The other thing the poor don't understand is the number one expense for most people is taxes. And yet we don't even see it. Isn't that weird? You walk around and
Oh yeah, the taxes is one big one. That's the most expenses that's the biggest expense we have. Especially for an employee. Well, before you get paid, they take tax out of it. Just listen to that one real quick. Before you get paid, they take the tax out of it. Then once you get paid, you go out and spend the money. You pay tax again. You put gas to spend. You pay tax. You pay your cable bill. You pay utility tax. You pay your mortgage. You pay property tax. So by the time you get the money and spend everything, it's like half of it already went into tax. Because you pay tax before you get the money. Then when you get the money, everything that you buy, you pay tax again. So tax is like the biggest pimp game. So it's sad, but people don't look at it that way. That's the biggest expense that we have is paying tax.
look at the paycheck and say, that doesn't seem right, and you don't realize that the government's got a huge hand in your pocket, and you are doing nothing to minimize that. Again, this is what's very different about the rich and the poor.
The rich don't work for money. His number one expense is tax. See, there's three kinds of income: earned, portfolio, passive.
Just imagine the perfect small business that you could start. What would that look like? You'd be able to work from home. You wouldn't have to rent expensive commercial.
So earned income is if I get a job, that's earned income. If I'm a doctor or a programmer, that's earned income because I'm working for it. If I buy, let's say, Apple for $10 and I sell it for $20, that's portfolio income, capital gains.
Yeah.
But passive income, which is cash flow, is never taxed. And that's all these guys are screaming right now in America. Tax the rich. I said, good luck. Because most of the guys complaining, they don't know there's three kinds of income. And the rich don't have jobs anyway. They have assets. And so the average schmo out there, poor guy, sent the kid to school, they don't learn this. You see, very few people will buy what I do, make $1 million and pay zero tax. And my rich dad taught me that playing Monopoly. That's how it started. 4 greenhouses, 1 red hotel. Or the McDonald's formula. I write about it there. McDonald's, Ray Kroc.
Yeah.
McDonald's is in the real estate business. So they sell hamburgers, but they buy real estate, so they pay no taxes. This guy Bezos, he's $16 billion. How much tax did they pay on that $16 billion? Zero.
And that's all legal. Anyone can do it.
Everybody can do it.
But most people lack the education.
So once you learn how to use debt as money, you can never say, I can't afford it. See, because the banks will give you, so the banks, after the crash of 2008, the banks gave me $300 million tax-free. When I asked the average guy, I said, why don't you use debt? They can't even get a loan. Because their scores, their FICO scores, I don't know if you have them here, are so bad. The school teachers will never tell you that because they don't know it. My poor dad never knew that. don't know if something is an asset or a liability until you can see which way the cash flows. So a house is an asset or liability. Well, if it's taking money from your pocket, it's a liability. It's putting money in your pocket, it's an asset. The U.S. government wants me to provide housing, wants me to provide jobs, wants me to borrow money, because that's how money is created through debt. I get huge tax breaks. Everybody can do the same thing if they had the financial education to do it. If people understood the tax code, we'd be more prosperous.
That's what you gotta do. I know some people might find this video boring, but you have to get the right education. That's how it helps you out in the long run. You have to get the right education. You have to learn about taxes. You have to learn about liability and assets. You have to learn how to spend right, not just burn the money. You have to learn these things so you can have a better future. So you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck, and if you can help your family, and these things are important.
But can poverty be passed through genetically?
Yes.
Because it's some type of way of thinking.
It's an attitude.
An attitude.
It's very simple. When people ask me, how do I stop it? I just say, never say, I can't afford it. Ask yourself, how can I? The reason I have so much money is because I don't say I can't do it. I just go, how can I do it? And I just go do it.
That's right. How? How can I afford that Cybertruck? How can I, how can I get these, get what you want? Assets, man, assets. Work on your assets. Take 5 years, work on your assets. And they'll help you out in the long run.
I make a lot of mistakes, but that's how I learn. How can I? The poor people, like my poor dad, always said I can't afford it. You think I made up money?
If you're still watching this video, hang in there. It's almost done. Hang in there. You need that information. You need to watch these things and learn these things sometime, so you can have a better future. It's not always partying and having fun. Sometimes you have to learn these things. So if you're still watching, like this video, subscribe, and thanks for watching with me, and thanks for learning. If you're still watching this, you're gonna have a bright future, and you gotta believe in yourself, and I believe in you. I know you can do it, and you will be successful. Be patient.
A school teacher, I can't do that. And I picked that up. And my rich dad never said those words. So when I meet poor people, they use the words I can't a lot. So the people that say I can't afford it, I can't do this, I can't get to college, the rich are evil, I choose not to participate in that.
And that's one thing people could change today.
Good.
Right now is that dialogue in their head. Stop saying the word can't.
I can't.
Right.
So how can I?
How can I? Especially as in, I can't afford it. How can I afford that?
Right.
Because that opens them up to looking at it as an investment to a greater future.
Right. Like when I borrowed $300 million, I couldn't do it until I went to ask. And I got turned down so many times. I said, and every time I showed the back of my financials, and they go, sorry. I said, look, do me a favor. Why did you turn me down? And he told me, this is out, the numbers are out here. So if I get these numbers fixed, can I come see you again? He goes, sure. So it's called rejection. Same as my wife rejected me for 6 months. It's just a matter of personal willpower, which is spiritual. Just saying, if they can do it, I can do it.
And how can I?
How can I?
And I think it's you once said, words become flesh.
Yeah, that's powerful right there. That's powerful. Sometimes you gotta be able to to take rejection and get up and try again. That's very powerful right there.
Yep. There's a Bible too. Intelligence increases through your mistakes, through the ups and downs, through what you learned. Real estate's real estate. But what I learned made me richer, not the money. You don't need money to make money. I think all of us, every human being has that low point in their life. And if they get the message, a new life begins. If they don't get the message, they keep going down. The richer I got was because I didn't need any money. I could use this to make money. But how did I get there? Is I made a lot of mistakes. People are afraid of making mistakes and all this fear of failing. It limits them. Nice, so very nice. So many people trapped in the same device.
Well, that was it, guys. Key points: work on your assets. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, and always say, "How can I afford this? How can I do this? If he do it, I can do it too. If these guys made it, I can make it too." So it's good to watch his videos and to get your brain to remember these things, because remember, like he said, it's a mindset. You gotta change your mindset. So mindset is very important, and we always go. Life is always up and down. Sometimes we do go through hard time, but you gotta get back up again and try again. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, and share this video, and talk to your friends and family about assets and liability, how to change your mindset, and do what you gotta do, man. And you'll be successful. I believe in you. You can do this. See you guys on the next one. Peace.